We have 12 new worlds, 18 new reefs, 12 new dojos coming to Moco in Chapter 2, and I'm going to be showcasing them all in this video. So first new worlds is Feline Invasion, and it's a very open world with a street vibe. It's basically an earth world. On this world you will encounter little new monsters, cat monsters like slices, whiskers and arrow cats, nibs, harpooners, and also mini bosses like the Kudo and the blue herring. It's a very cool world and it's one of my favourites. And we've got Ceremonial Square. It sort of looks like a big Aztec world. Again, this is a very open looking world. It has cool awakened idols that look like statues that spring to life. It also has scorchers, spear jumpers, heavy jumpers, shamans, and frost stompers and slayers. And the next world is Castle Undercroft, which looks really cool. It has cool statues and visuals around the map. It doesn't feel as open spaced as the first two worlds, but this still feels more spacious than the worlds in Chapter 1. In this world you will find beetle captains, big bugs, heavy spitters, mini slimes, beans and grub wagons. And we have Sanctum Gardens, and it's an outdoor world given it is called Sanctum Gardens. And this reminds me of a Chapter 1 map. Sort of a plain looking map with bridges, waterfalls and trees. And vines grow up randomly from the floor. And you'll also find enemies such as frost stompers, snouters, toxic blooms, shamans, slayers and heavy jumpers in this world. Moving on to Royal Quarters, it's a castle style world. Again, very spacious world with cool decor and ground art and cool statues. Enemies here are awakened guardians, beans, big bugs, diamond shells, beetle captains, royal guards and a cool mini boss called Duke. This map actually feels pretty huge and is another one I really like. If you want to see all the world's rifts and dojos in more details, subscribe down below because I'll be uploading a video daily up until the release of Chapter 2 on all the world's dojos and reefs in more detail, so subscribe down below my friends. And we have Frostpaw Dock, which is such a cool name. It's an outdoor world that is actually like a snow frost world. It looks really cool, pun intended. The visuals are what you would expect with it being a dock type world with sea creatures all over. Monsters here are nibs, arrow cats, slices, whiskers, skitters and kitchmees, kudos and blue herrings. Encrypted sewers, it's obviously a sewer based world and they've done a pretty good job of making it look dank and dingy with the green smog like smoke everywhere. It's basically the corrupted version of the sewers from Chapter 1. Enemies here are big bugs, scavengers, heavy spitters, princess ladybugs, beans, librarians, princes and awakened statues. And from time to time sewer smog appears in a cloud that damages you if you run through it, so watch your back hunters. And Corrupted Square, Corrupted Castle Undercroft, Corrupted Gardens, Corrupted Quarters and Corrupted Dock are the same as the Ceremonial Square, Castle Undercroft, Sanctum Gardens, Royal Quarters and Frostpaw Dock, but with stronger enemies. So moving on to the rifts we're going to see in Chapter 2. And first up we've got Let Manny Cook, and you are joined by Manny at the start of the rift and need to escort him through it, keeping him alive so he can reach a portal at the end. Jaxed out, you are joined by Jax in this rift who helps you fight through it until the boss, who is the guardian juggler that teleports everywhere doing AoE explosion attacks. And we've got Secret Pact, and you're joined by both Manny and Jax in this rift and they both help fight the boss, who is Draenor the Vibe Vampire. It looks like she has Luna held captive, but she soon breaks free and joins the fight. Overgrown Tomb, you fight your way through frost stompers, shamans, snouters, scorchers until you reach the boss, who is the Vine Mother, who does AoE attacks spitting poison everywhere. And we've got Rooftop Gardens, you fight your way through big bugs, beetle captains, awakened statues until you reach the boss Axis, who wields a huge axe that he attacks with, along with AoE damage attacks that fall from the sky. And we've got the Ice Fishing Rift, you fight your way along the dock against skitters and harpooners until you reach the Tidemaster boss, who wields a huge spear that he charges at you with. He also does an AoE jump attack and an AoE attack where he tries to catch you and stun you in his net. Moving on to Mass Invasion, and this is a big invasion portal that you need to take down. During the fight, the invasion portal will spawn mini invasion portals who then spawn monsters, and it basically continues like that until you destroy the big invasion portal. Wave Machine, and this one is basically an invasion wave rift with 30 waves. each wave spawning monsters gradually increasing in difficulty as it progresses through the rift. And we've got Toxic Trench, a really cool rift where you continually take damage from the toxic, so health is key here. You fight your way through mega slimes and mini slimes and toxic grubs until you reach the boss, the Mega Toxic Spitter. He does melee attack damage if you get too close and spits toxic all over the floor that does damage if you are inside of it. Deadeye District, you fight your way through arrow cats, slicers and crabs until you reach the boss Deadeye. He wields a huge bow and arrow that does large area of effect damage and additional monsters which are arrow cats spawning during the fight. Noble Courtyard, you fight your way through guards, big bugs, dashes until you reach the boss Prince who wields a sword. He has a jump attack where he tries to jump on you, an AoE attack that shoots explosions from him, and he tries to stab you with his sword as well. Windy Mountaintop, and there's no run up here, straight into the boss fight against Spin Slayer. He uses a dagger he tries to slash you with and also spawns shadow clones of himself during the fight. He also jumps around trying to land on you and also has an attack where he throws his dagger. But the really cool thing is during this fight he does like a smoke bomb where you can't see anything, so you're basically fighting blind. Grand Library, on the run up you will fight diamond shells, summoners, beetle captains and beans. The boss is the Grand Librarian. He teleports underground and pops back up doing a large AoE attack. He also shoots projectiles out of his hands and does an AoE splash attack. The High Court, Invasion Wave Rift with 3 waves. Waves 1 is against 2 roll guards and an overlord. Waves 2 is 2 roll guards and a princess bug. And wave 3 is against Prince and 2 beetle riders. Moving on to Snowclaw Summit, on the run up you will fight skitters and swarms of mews. The boss is called Snowball and she will literally shoot snowballs at you. She throws ice on the floor that slows you and does a large AoE attack where she fires what looks like ice in all directions. She can also freeze you in an ice block if she feels like it. Dank Depths, on the run up you will fight guards, beetle captains, diamond shells. You will eventually reach the boss called Slime King, who wields a huge flame lit weapon. He will do melee attacks but then disappears out of sight. As he does, he splashes the slime that does damage and spawns a ton of mini slimes as well. Razor Cave, on the run up you will fight frost stompers, shamans, snouters and spear jumpers. As you enter the boss's room, there are volatile eggs you need to destroy or they will explode. The boss is called the Devourer. He shakes fireballs everywhere that do AoE damage, but they turn into volatile eggs. Again, they will need destroying or they will detonate and explode. And finally we've got Throne Room, which is a really cool boss, this one. We went to the boss fight against the Beetle Queen. She actually stays sat in her chair during the fight just to be disrespectful. Her attacks are mainly AoE attacks, where she will spawn purple orbs that float around that do a lot of damage if they hit you. During the fight she will also spawn diamond shell enemies, but surprise, she has 2 waves. When you kill her the first time, she then gets out of her chair and realises you're tougher than she first thought. This time she moves around while you fight her. She will melee you if you get too close, but she also does a spin attack that drops purple damage orbs on the floor. And moving on to the dojos, and first up we've got Catch Me If You Can, and you need to beat a dojo full of frost stompers. Then we have Shields Up, and this one comprises of a dojo full of guards and diamond shells, so AoE gadgets will be useful here because of the guards' shields. Who's Your Daddy? In this one you need to take down not 1 but 2 big papas. And we've got Heavy Barrage, and this one consists of 3 toxic blooms in each corner of the dojo, and they do a lot of AoE damage. Regeneration, this one consists of 2 frost stompers, 2 spear jumpers and 1 shaman in each corner of the dojo. And then we have Dethronement, and this one consists of a princess ladybug fight, but she also spawns guards during the fight. And then we have the dojo Sculpted Stone, and this dojo is filled with groups of awakened statues. Death by 1,000 Cuts, and let's take a minute to appreciate how awesome this dojo name is, because it's absolutely fantastic. And for good reason, because it's filled with spear throwers, big bugs and snouters. Sewer King, this one you face off against the Slime King, and it's harder than it looks because if you don't kill the mini slimes in time, they evolve into mega slimes, and it really makes it much more difficult. Then we've got the Crab Race Dojo, and surprise surprise, this dojo is full of crabs, and it actually looks pretty cool looking at it when you first spawn in with all the different colour variations. And then we've got herding cats, and surprise, surprise, this one is full of cats. And we have the whiskers, the harpooners, slicers, and the arrow cats, and a few crabs thrown in for good measure. And then finally, we've got tag team, and on one side of the dojo, you have a Kyudo with 4 arrow cats. And then on the other side of the dojo, you have a blue herring and 2 harpooners. And I think this one is going to be the hardest one out of them all. That concludes all the new worlds, rifts, and dojos coming to Moco in Chapter 2. Subscribe down below for more sneak peeks, and we'll catch you hunters in the next video.